3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff. 32 minutes past the hour. Liftoff on Apollo 11.
All right, welcome to Roots of Reality. I'm your host, Ben Baumann, and today I'm going to be talking about a question that I think everyone in their life at some point in time probably asks themselves, and that is, does anyone really know why the universe exists? You know, nearly every single person on the planet for thousands and thousands of years, since the origins of our species, has probably questioned their existence and the universe's existence. Now, some will say, that they have all the answers because as human beings, we like to think pretty highly of ourselves, even if we really don't have the answers. After all, that is the easier way out, to claim that you know the truth despite not having any evidence for it. And for some, this is either, saying, oh, well, my religious belief says this, that, such and such religious deity created the universe, or perhaps you take the opposite route on the complete different part of the spectrum and claim that the universe came from nothing. There's no meaning to it. It's just there. Either way, though, obviously you're just grasping at straws. Now, what we do know from the scientific evidence available is that 13.8 billion years ago, our universe expanded from a hot, dense point via what we call the Big Bang. But what on earth was before the Big Bang? Did our universe come from another universe? Was there some sort of creator? Nobody truly knows. And that can either be scary or empowering depending on how you look at it. Because if you're trying to seek guidance in life to try to make sense of, okay, why am I here? What's happening? You probably want someone to give you meaning. Because if you have someone telling you what to do, it's easier than thinking for yourself. Because the idea of you having to figure out your life for yourself and determine what the meaning of your own existence is pretty intimidating. It's not something that we are comfortable with oftentimes. At the same time, though, that is kind of the daring embrace of the unknown that I think is required oftentimes in life to be successful and to be able to create the life that you dream of or become the person you want to be. But it's entirely up for you to decide because you could go either way. Life is hard. It's not easy for anyone. Every single person is basically going through one problem after another, trying to make sense of their life and trying to live the best life they can. But depending on how you mentally cope with that reality, often is what alters your trajectory in terms of how you're going to make sense of your own existence and the existence of the universe. And so these types of questions have been haunting our species from generation after generation for about 300,000 years since our species originated on the planet. So with that, could it have come from nothing? Maybe, but if so, why? Or did it come from another universe? After all, why would our universe be special? Alternatively, maybe it was created, but chances are it wasn't from some anthropomorphic figure or human-based religious texts, as some like to claim. Because obviously, the thing about religious texts is that they are often, if not always, a projection of ourselves onto what we want the origins of our universe to be. And that's why all these different religious deities often have lots of human characteristics and are often even depicted in images or pictures with human characteristics, human bodies, because that's what makes sense to us. We know what it is to be human. Therefore, in kind of this childish-like manner, we often depict whatever religion-based God we believe in to look like us. In reality, though, depending on how you define creator, the creator of our universe could just be another universe or something else. We ultimately just don't know. And we don't have the answers to these incredibly complex questions right now. And it's been 300,000 years of trying to guess and figure out what is going on in this universe. And maybe one day it'll become clear. But chances are not in our lifetime. So if you're out there listening somewhere around the world, you have to make a choice. Either you subscribe to a story given to you by someone else, or you blaze your own path and accept the reality of your situation, which is to write your own story every day, making the most of your life and creating the meaning of your existence, knowing that regardless of the cause of our universe coming into existence billions of years led to you being right here, right now, in this moment. So make the most of it.